Well, it looks like it's happened again. There is yet another leaked retail listing, and this time it comes from Walmart. What do we got here? Well, it comes from board member Nevermore, and it has been confirmed by JT Prime 17, who has been a very reliable source already in the past, so we could rely heavily on this information we are about to discuss. What do we got here? We got a GEN Studio Series LDR 86 Grimlock Wheelie. So let's break this down. All right, so Transformers, Gen, Generations, Studio Series, need I say more? LDR, that means leader class. 86, 86. We'll get into that in a moment. Grimlock is Grimlock, and Whe is a character probably. So let's break this down even more. So we already got a Studio Series leader class Grimlock. It was based off of his Age of Extinction design, that color scheme, and that was that. So we already got that character, so this isn't breaking news of a Grimlock toy coming. Now, 86, is this in relation to the 86 movie? We have the 35th anniversary of the 86 movie coming up. What would that have to do with Studio Series and the Michael Bay universe of stuff that's been going on in the past? What is this Whe part? Is it Wheelie? Is it Wheelie from the Michael Bay movies? What does that have to do with things? We already kind of, in a way, we got a Studio Series Wheelie already that came with Shockwave. And granted, it was an accessory. It was not transformable. But we did, in a small way, get a Studio Series Wheelie. So what is this exactly? Well, it could be one of many things, and I guess we'll go on a little trip here. What I think it could be, what it could be exactly, is this could be some kind of exclusive repaint celebrating the 86 movie indirectly using the Studio Series line. Now, granted, the Studio Series line very rarely goes off the rails when it comes to color schemes and stuff that they're trying to represent. For every Studio Series Shadow Raider or weird design, everything else stays true to form. But if this is something that they're looking to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the brand, of the 86 movie, then I could see them, I guess, making that connection. And, even though the characters of Grimlock in the Michael Bay movies and Wheelie in the Michael Bay movies never really interacted that much, when we look at the 86 movie of Transformers, well, we all remember the iconic scene of Grimlock and Wheelie riding on his back as they were invading the Quintesson courthouse. So I could kind of see that happening. So what does that mean exactly? Well, you're not going to see a repaint of Grimlock done how he looked in, let's say, The Last Night, because it more or less looked the same, unless you want to count, the lighting of how his chromy metal body looked in Cade's junkyard as opposed to how he looked in China at the end of Age of Extinction. That would just be, pulling hair for no reason. I think that this is potentially, obviously, an 86 movie Generation 1 homage repaint, and it's not the first time that the Grimlock movie design has been subject to that. There was first the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive box set that came with all those G1 colored movie Dinobots. And then we had the Lawson's exclusive Voyager Grimlock from Japan, which was a pre-order ticket exclusive where you got a Voyager scaled movie Grimlock colored in his Generation 1 colors. Very similar to that of the San Diego Comic-Con version. So that's one possibility. And then we look at Wheelie. And Wheelie, who's probably going to be included as an accessory, much like a lot of the larger leader class toys that have accessory characters, they're probably going to take that accessory Wheelie that came with Shockwave and maybe give him that interesting Generation 1 orangey peach color that the G1 Wheelie had. And probably sell it that a way that you could put them on the back of the alt mode of this Grimlock and reenact the 86 movie scene. Again, this is this is totally reaching. This is totally me just trying to make sense of what's going on here, because it is a very weird listing. It is a very weird listing, but at least it's a credible listing, and we're only trying to really just figure out what's going on here. Why put 86? 86 is a weird number in the Transformer brand. And it's something that's really more associated with us fans. We call it the Transformer 86 movie just to differentiate it from the Michael Bay stuff. But if it was something celebrating the 35th anniversary of the 86 movie, I would imagine it having something that would have more of the 35 number associated in the UPC title here rather than 86. They've done it in the past with previous Siege stuff with 35th anniversary stuff of that with Blue Streak and Optimus Prime and Sound Blaster. So it's a very interesting, but again, could be wrong. Could this whole speculation could be totally incorrect, but it's really me trying to figure out what's going on here, and it's one way I could see them doing it, even though they really have had no previous experience of doing something like this with the Studio Series line. It's always been about scale accuracy, movie accuracy. Very rarely do they go into the repaint well. And Lord knows they could have, with all of those molds and all those repaints that a lot of those characters have had from 2007 up till now, taking a Jazz and turning it into, Smokescreen, taking any Bumblebee mold and turning it into anything they want. They could have, but they didn't. So I find it funny that if they did start doing that, I think the only way it could be done where it kind of doesn't break away from the traditional Studio Series stuff is if it's some kind of celebration 2-pack piece exclusive to Walmart for the 35th anniversary of the 86 movie. And even then, I would still be surprised that they would do it that way and not slam it on like a Siege Earthrise kind of Generations War for Cybertron box rather than a Studio Series thing. But, again, it's hard to tell what is the frame of mind sometimes with Hasbro when it comes to certain products. So let me know what you think about this. This is a very, very weird listing, and I'm kind of curious what it is. Maybe we'll get some images, hopefully, potentially, maybe this week or next week or something. News is kind of in short supply right now, and when you don't have conventions or anything to publicly reveal stuff, we have to just kind of imagine in our mind what's going on right now. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think if Wheelie's going to make some kind of comeback in a very weird orangey color scheme.